So exactly 1 year ago to the day, I posted on my channel my experience watching a Minecraft movie for the very first time in movie theaters on premiere weekend. And well, what do you know? Exactly 1 year later to the day, I watched the Super Mario Galaxy movie for the very first time in movie theaters on premiere weekend. It's funny how it works out. By the way, Minecraft movie vlog will be top video card on the top right. So anyway, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my experience watching the Super Mario Galaxy movie for the very first time. So before we watch this video, here's a fair warning. This video may contain some spoilers about the movie, so if you guys haven't seen the movie yet, then please don't watch this video. I'm just kidding, guys. Please do watch this video. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to go ahead and drop a like down below and subscribe if you haven't done so already, as we are still very, very close to 600 subscribers, and your love and support would mean the world to you, boy. Let me take you guys a few years back. So this was, I believe, early April 2023. Funny enough, exactly 3 years ago to the day. Super Mario movie officially released for the very first time, and I watched the trailer for it on my channel in advance, and I was really looking forward to watching that movie, and I went with some friends on the same premiere weekend that the Super Mario movie released, and that was a very enjoyable experience. I didn't vlog it, but I enjoyed it so much, and it's a big reason why these adaptation movies are probably my favorite genre overall. So it's a big reason why I've been able to go watch several other movies like the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, a Minecraft movie, Super Mario Galaxy movie. So that's a little backdrop, little backstory for you guys about, you know, why I'm doing this. Going to the Super Mario Galaxy movie, it wasn't too big of a deal, and it wasn't like super different than it was going to watch a Minecraft movie. The only real big difference for me was that I actually went alone this time. I didn't go with my closest friends. They were very busy around this time with the semester coming to a close in early April. There's just a lot going on. So I went for the very first time. I Ubered over to the downtown area. Funny enough, exact same movie theater that I went to watch a Minecraft movie on. So it's actually called IPIC Theaters. It is a fantastic place. There's a great plaza outside with a ginormous jumbotron screen, and they were showing college football games, the March Madness games. There were people sitting out there in the evening, and it was fantastic, and the weather was absolutely beautiful. So obviously I get inside, and you know, I check in, and I go to the movie theater. So your boy just made it to the movie theater. We're going up the escalator to watch the Super Mario Galaxy movie for the first ever time. So if you guys have not watched my Minecraft movie video yet, I explained to you guys about what the theater was like when you go inside, so it's actually very different than it is in most movie theaters. So you go up an escalator onto another floor, and it's just a big open space with some bars and some bathrooms. Like, most movie theaters do not have bars, let me tell you that. Like Regal Cinema, AMC, those kinds of movie theaters, they just have a traditional popcorn stand and a traditional drink stand right next to each other, and a place where you can check in with the tickets. It was not like that at all, and I didn't get a drink even though I had the opportunity to, but I was there for the movie. I wasn't really there. Plus, I was running a little bit late anyways, so I got to my seat, and it was basically kind of like the same experience as it was last year. So we got premium seating again. I think this was the exact same seat that I was sitting in when we were watching the Minecraft movie last year, if I'm not mistaken. I swear, I think this is the exact same seat. So it's funny how things work out. I'm not sure if I explained this in last year's video, but in IPIC theaters, getting the tickets is way different than it is in other local movie theaters, because most of the seating in the booths are premium plus seatings in IPIC versus normal. What that means is basically when you get the ticket, you go down the steps and you basically sit down. It's a very comfy armchair with a table and everything like that, and you can basically get anything you want. There's a menu, there's a cup holder that's obviously customary, but the seating is way more comfortable and way more enjoyable than the local movie theaters in general. So if you guys don't know me, I'm a big popcorn dude and a big drink dude when it comes to going to movie theaters. So as you can imagine, I went ahead and ordered myself a large popcorn, and a drink. I chose apple juice this time. Last year I did pineapple juice. I went back and actually watched the video. I got pineapple juice. I got apple juice this time. I didn't want to get like a Coke or Pepsi or anything like that because it's not great for your teeth, and also because like it was late in the evening and I didn't want to like stay up until 3 in the morning because Coke has caffeine, obviously. So I got myself a juice and I got myself a large popcorn and just kind of got myself ready for the movie overall. Thank you. Can I get one large popcorn?
Just want banana popcorn today?
Sure. Yeah.
Anything else for you?
I should also mention while I can, the advantage of these Premium Plus seatings is that they give you unlimited refills on popcorns. When you buy a popcorn, you can basically ask for as many refills as you'd like. So as you can imagine, I got myself a refill. And the way the ordering system works is there's a button on the table right beside you. You press the button, it lights up, and then there's a crew member that comes down to your seat and asks you what you'd like. So basically, they obviously took my order, and they actually brought my stuff down to me like right as the movie was starting. The lights were like super dim. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got the popcorn, and the movie's just starting. As you could obviously probably tell by that shot that you guys saw. Anyway, now to the movie overall. So, Super Mario Galaxy movie was like way different than I remember it being from the Super Mario movie. The biggest thing that surprised me most was how many different characters and new characters that were introduced. Like, I've never seen so many Nintendo characters before. Again, I'm not big on Nintendo. Like, I'm familiar with some of like the main characters, but there were so many other side characters that I'd never learned of. So I compiled like a little bit of a folder of photos that I was able to capture during the movie of like the new characters that are presented in the movie. This is spoilers, by the way. So we got Rosalina, Bowser Jr., Yoshi, Bowser returns, and another spoiler, he does not stay small. And this dude, I actually don't know if this dude is even from the Nintendo world, if I'm being completely honest, because I do not recall seeing him anywhere. I actually forgot what his name is, to be honest. I didn't do research in advance of the movie, and I have short-term memory loss when it comes to names sometimes. But this dude was new, and I have no idea if he's part of the Nintendo world, so he's the one dude that like makes the most sense as a character and like what his role is with respect to the storyline, but in terms of the Nintendo world, I don't know if he makes sense to be there. I really liked how the movie overall was like very focused on space work, and there were literally like UFOs and abductions and galaxies and all sorts of like planets all over the place, and you could like literally, like the Nintendo characters can jump down a star and then transport their way or like fly from one planet all the way to the other. It was so cool the way they did it. It's like you can basically see the entire planet they're leaving from and then the entire planet that they're going to. I don't have other specific parts of the movie to show you guys, but that was just so cool because like the graphics looked amazing. The whole scenery was fantastic. Bowser was bad, like flat out bad in the Super Mario movie. He was the bad guy. Somehow he becomes good at the start of the Galaxy movie, and then over time he becomes a bad guy once again. And I won't spoil how he becomes the bad guy again, but his transformation of his character throughout the movie made a lot of sense to me. Because obviously he basically, okay, this is spoilers too, if you guys weren't wondering. So he basically rejoices with his long lost son, who apparently had been looking for him, and his son basically shows him what he's been missing out on. And that basically changes the way he views everyone else. Because he is kind of nice, to be honest, at the start of the movie. He's like, oh, I've changed, I'm actually nice, I want to become big again. It's actually pretty cool. Even though he like flat out hates Mario, it's like, he does actually kind of like them towards the end. Because like, everyone's trying to like build a bridge to rebuild the world that they're trying to create, if that makes sense. And then the worlds kind of like drift apart. And that's kind of basically how the story goes, is that they're trying to destroy the universe, basically, and kind of like make it their own. It's very similar to how Bowser was trying to conquer the world in the Super Mario movie. So even though I generally like the plot and like kind of like the way the story panned out and everything that we're able to see about the Nintendo world and all the new characters, there were a few things like towards the end that kind of like confused me, because especially with this whole theme about like trying to rebuild world and patch up like holes and character relationships, I felt like there were some missed opportunities, because at the end, ultimately Bowser and his son, like, they do get defeated, and their planet, spoilers, gets basically, I don't want to say destroyed, but kind of like transformed. There was like a final battle scene where Mario's basically taking on the two Bowser characters, Bowser and the Bowser Jr. I felt like he could have just like after they got defeated, he could have just said like, no, I'm not doing anything. But he goes and like literally saves Bowser Jr. from like certain death. I was anticipating the ending to be like Bowser Jr. to be like, why would you save me after everything that we've done? And I was thinking like, because of the connection that Mario and Bowser had like at the start of the movie. Like not like at the very start of the movie, but like kind of like in the early middle stage of the movie. That's kind of like when they're kind of like nice towards each other. But I felt like there was a missed opportunity to like build an entire bridge together, where it was like, you know, we've gotten along, we can still get along. But that's not really what happened in the movie, so I felt like that was something that could have happened, like maybe like Hotel Transylvania 3 style, I think it was, where it's like bad guy turns good guy, or good guy turns bad guy bad guy turns good guy turns bad guy turns good guy again. I was hoping that was what it was gonna be, but it wasn't apparently. I really liked how the theme of the two movies are like super similar in that, you know, Mario and Luigi, they go on this adventure, even though like they're like the first movie they're apart and the second one they're together. They go on this adventure to basically save the universe and save the worlds of, you know, both sides of the good and bad spectrum of the movie, like in terms of the characters and everything like that. So all in all, I will say this was a very good movie. I hope I was as clear as possible about, you know, my honest opinion about the movie. I would say that if I were to rate this out of 10, I'd probably give it like a 7.5 out of 10, honestly. Like, it wasn't great. Like, it was, don't get me wrong, guys, it was really good. I wouldn't say it was great, though. Like I said, missed opportunities to build the bridges back up between the two characters, missed opportunity to probably bring everyone's worlds together again, because I know Nintendo World, regardless of which side of good and bad you're on, there's like a bridge in like the various games that exist between the characters. Like they're all there, and they're just kind of, you know, competing against each other, but they're all there in the same world, and there is a relationship between those characters, and I felt like it wasn't patched up at the end of the movie, and I felt like that was what really, you know, frustrated me the most about the movie. And the other thing that I was kind of like critical about was like some of the other side characters that showed up. There was like a monkey thief. I don't know where he plays into the Nintendo world. I don't know where the fox that I explained about earlier, like where he is from in the Nintendo world. I also don't know about like this robot machine that was there. I don't know about the King Crocodile, whatever his name was, like the green dude with the crown, who was an antagonist, by the way. So apparently the Super Mario Galaxy movie's Rotten Tomatoes score is a whopping 42%. That is, so to give you guys perspective, if you guys don't know what Rotten Tomatoes score is, the higher the percentages, the better the movie is rated by critiques. 42% is, I think, shockingly low. I think it's the lowest movie score that I've ever seen out of like a video game adaptation movie. It really is. And I think it makes sense. I think some of the things that I explained earlier in this video are part of that. I'm sure there are other things that I may be missing out on. 42% is just goodness. I personally think the movie is exactly what we expected it to be, with a few things here and there that were a little bit out of place. But overall, just a great movie. Again, I really enjoyed the movie experience. It was, like I said, a little bit different than it was going with my friends, because we obviously had a bit of a better time than obviously me going by myself in the evening. And the last thing I should mention about the movie while I can is I think there were at least 3 teasers like after the credits, and I think the first 2 didn't say anything about whether there was going to be a third movie or not. I think the third one did, and I'm not really going to spoil like what exactly it is, but I think there was an indicator that there's going to be a third movie. Now, I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know when it's going to come out. I'm sure none of you guys do either. I don't know what even the third movie is going to be. I personally didn't think there should have been a third movie if there is going to be one. Like, the Five Nights at Freddy's movies, those are different because I know there are multiple games. I've never played them personally, but there's a lot of like storyline in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie that can be covered in movies, and there were like teasers at the end of the movies which are like indicating like, yes, there's going to be another movie after this. The Super Mario movie is a little bit interesting because I know there are like different Mario games that are covered in the Nintendo world, like Super Mario Bros, Super Mario Galaxy, Mario Kart, that kind of stuff. I don't know where the third movie's gonna go from this, to be honest. So, and I don't even know if I'm gonna be watching it, to be honest, because I'm gonna be going, I'm probably gonna be working by the time that the Super Mario third movie, whatever it is, comes out. Either way, if you guys have seen the Super Mario Galaxy movie, let me know about what you think about it in the comments below. And if what you think about it matches with what I think about. We'll see what happens. We'll see if there's a third movie that comes out, what it's going to uncover, what the story is going to be, which characters are going to be in there, because I think those are questions that still need like a lot of answering on. Maybe I'm just dumb because like I said, I'm not a Nintendo expert. I don't know too many Nintendo characters, but we'll see what happens. So anyways, I think that's pretty much going to do it for this vlog. So, me from the movie theater after the movie, take it away for me, boy. Alright, boys, so I just finished watching the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I really enjoyed it. Would recommend to you guys if you are Super Mario fans or Nintendo fans in general. Yeah, go watch it. It is currently out, and I really enjoyed it. I don't really have a whole lot of other things to say because you will have seen or heard my explanations in the vlog anyways. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.